Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for Libra for 2011. And this also applies if you have a Libra ascendant. So my dear Librans, yes, I understand that still for the whole of this year we have Saturn in our sign Libra, and he's there until October of 2012. So how can we make the best use of this energy? Because I know many of us Librans, I'm one with you, feel as though things have been difficult. It's not been easy. We've been wading through glue. We've had obstacles in our way. We've not been able to do things maybe as easily as we might have expected or anticipated. We've had delays. What can we do? What are we being taught here? Because Saturn only comes into our sign once every 28, 29 years. So it's not going to happen for a while again. So we have to try to make the best use of it. What it's trying to teach us is to put in good structures into our life. Good structures so that we're able to move forward more solidly rather than it being sort of pie in the sky stuff. Because as Librans, look at me, I'm wearing a Libran colour, a nice pink, because we like nicey. We like things to be pleasant. We like to be popular. We don't like to upset people for the most part. I am generalising here. And yet with Saturn in our sign, maybe it means that we have to face unpleasantness. Maybe it means we've got to face arguments and disagreements. It's going to be different for each of us, but we are going to feel as though in ourselves, some of us, that we're right back at the beginning. We're having to reinvent ourselves, literally from scratch. So in a way, it may feel disheartening. It may feel like, oh, this is hard. But in another way, if you had a different perspective on it, you could say, hey, look, I've got an opportunity now to let go of all the baggage, the things that have been holding me back, the people, the relationships, the work, whatever it is that's really been holding you back. You've now got an opportunity to let all of that go, because Saturn always likes to streamline things. It doesn't like superfluous stuff. So make sure you've looked at your life and looked at the areas where you can absolutely let go and need to let go. What things are past the sell-by date, so that you can put in new structures to move forward. Because as we all know, one door closes and another door opens, but you've really got to shut that door firmly shut before the new doors can open. It might be the end of a relationship. It might be long overdue. It might be a relationship that you hadn't wanted to end, or maybe you had big Libran dreams about, but it really is the writings on the wall, and maybe it's time to accept it. Maybe it's a career path that you need to now look at, that you really want to change. You're not happy where you are. And we do have a lot of planets, including Jupiter, Uranus, for some of the year in your 6th house of work, Libra. So you are going to feel as though work is bumpy, it's changeable. Some of you are going to feel, nothing is the same, even from day to day. I don't know what to expect. So again, in this area as well, in the work area, Librans, it's going to be a time of reinventing yourself, doing things differently. You won't be able to do the same things as before. You're going to have to find new ways, and you're an air sign, so you can think about things quite well. Just don't deliberate or procrastinate too much, but really think of new ways, a new energy that you can bring to your work area, because this is coming under sharp focus. There will be some good opportunities coming to you in the work area, but they may be short-lived. You might have to be open to these new opportunities, not put your blinkers on, but really just be open to a flash of intuition that says, hey, yes, I will make that phone call. Oh, that looks like something interesting I've seen on the internet. Maybe I'll follow that up with an idea of my own. Whatever it is, follow up, and if it's just a flash of inspiration, follow through with it. Don't just let it go, or just don't allow yourself to think endlessly about it, and by then the opportunity may have gone by. Now we've got Pluto in the 4th house. Pluto in the 4th house means quite some considerable changes for many of you regarding the home. Some of you will be moving. Some of you may be moving in with your family, or have family move in with you, or issues with the family coming up, certainly with Pluto at the bottom of the chart. Could also mean that people from your past come back into your life. Now, they may come back in physically, or you may have memories and emotions that are triggered about people from your past, and you may actually get a deeper understanding as to what was going on at that time. Things that may have eluded you, you may actually have some answers coming to you. But there's certainly going to be some powerful interactions with anybody that you consider to be your family. This is going to be a strong area for you coming up this year, Librans. And also there may be some power struggles. There may be issues where there will be differences of opinion. And again, with Saturn in your sign, you may in fact have to dig your heels in and say, no, this is what I'm wanting now, instead of being just all sweetness and light, which I know is what we Librans really like to be. We want to see balance, we want to see harmony, we want to see peace in the world. And we hate it when our own world is filled with some kind of conflict or something that's unpleasant or even vulgar. We really don't like that. But nonetheless, this is a time for facing it, and particularly facing it when it's anything to do with your home life and your environment and where you're living and how you feel about where you're living, and whether you feel in control of your environment or whether you feel out of control and whether changes need to be made. Much of the year we've got Jupiter, Uranus in your house of relationships, Libra. So for those of you looking for a relationship, this could well be the year, particularly when Venus is in Libra, which is from the 14th of September to the 9th of October. But nonetheless, with Jupiter in that house, this is going to bring people to you. Could be business, could be intimate. Any kind of partnerships are going to come in. But I have to alert you that Uranus is also in that house as well for several months of this year. So people could equally come into your life and suddenly go out of your life just as quickly. So don't worry about it. Try if you can to go with the flow, but relationships are going to come under sharp focus for you this year. Some people will be in and out. Some people will just be friends. You may make some lovely friends. On a superficial level, it's Uranus, so it's superficial, it's everybody. But nonetheless, people who are exciting and interesting will be coming into your life this year. With Jupiter there could be some lessons to be learned. You may need to learn lessons about who you give to, how generous you are. Are you being too generous? Are you taking too much? Whatever it is, but there are lots of lessons to be learned in relationships and to you and your needs getting met, especially with Saturn in the first house, balancing that out. After June, we've got Jupiter moving into your 8th house, Librans. This could mean an inheritance. This could mean money coming to you from somebody else. Could also just as well mean a partner spending your money or taking your money. So Jupiter can work in different ways depending how your life is set up. But certainly there is the possibility of a financial advisor coming to you who actually can help you make money. This could be another meaning of this Jupiter coming into your 8th house. So Librans, it's going to be a big focus on looking at yourself and a feeling of starting again this year, and the ability to start fresh. Some focus on your home and your family and your work area. Lots of change, lots of turbulence in the work, new relationships coming in. So all in all, it looks like a very exciting year, Librans, if you can make it exciting. Don't get too down in the dumps with this Saturn in our sign, because it really is not a bad thing. It can be a very positive thing, enabling us for the next cycle to go forward with real security and feeling more confident that we've created a solid base for ourselves. So I wish you a very happy 2011. And maybe you'd like to order a reading about what 2011 has in store for you. Or maybe you'd like to have a question answered, and for $25 I'll cover the main points of what 2011 has in store for you. Either way, please take a look at my website. I'd be delighted to hear from you, and I thank so many of you for listening and watching my videos all year. I really appreciate it, and for all the lovely comments that so many of you make as a Libra, and it's really nice to know that I am popular with some of you. So thank you again, and I wish you a very happy and healthy and prosperous 2011. Bye for now. You might like to have a reading to know what 2011 has in store for you, or maybe treat somebody to a reading about 2011, or maybe just ask a question for $25 and I'll answer in an email of up to 150 words. Whatever it is, I'd be delighted to hear from you. Bye for now.